All right, so we are making meatloaf. There are two ways, well, there's thousands and thousands
of ways to make meatloaf, yes.
One of my favorites is actually making turkey meatloaf.
Okay, healthy.
It's a little bit healthier. You can add some fun products in there that makes it definitely tasty and moist and delicious, what you expect from a traditional meatloaf.
Okay, so what do you have? Is that ground turkey
breast? This is ground turkey, so it's very lean ground turkey, 98% lean. This is about 2 pounds. So I have simply in a bowl. I'm going to add...
This a lot of stuff going on here.
A lot of stuff.
Very interesting.
Half a cup of skim milk.
Okay.
Now you can use whole milk. I prefer skim.
Okay.
So you want to keep it healthy.
Is there any order or just?
There's no order. We're just going to mix everything in together. This, I have about 2 teaspoons of mustard powder, and then I have about 1 teaspoon of garlic powder.
Okay.
So I'm going to mix that in. That'll give it flavor. Next, feta cheese.
Wow.
Wow, so that'll melt in there, and you'll see that when you cut into the meatloaf, you'll see the crevices.
And I'm a huge fan of feta cheese.
This feta has some herbs. So you can add either the feta with herbs, or you can add your own herbs. You can add parsley from the garden, whatever you'd like. I have about half a cup of, this is sun-dried tomato. Now I chop this up with a little bit of pine nuts. So we're going to add that in there.
And that's already available at the store.
That's available at the store.
That's what a great thing is.
You can make it yourself. This has a little bit of olive oil in it to give it a nice consistency. Now, panko. Now the panko will bind everything together, but before I put that in, I'm going to add 2 eggs.
Okay.
This will definitely bind it together. So we have 1 egg here.
Why panko is compared to fine? Because I use panko too, but...
You could add both. I mean, panko is usually a little bit thicker. So the Japanese usually use panko, and it's... I prefer it. So this is about 1.5 cups of panko. This will bind everything together nicely.
Okay.
Clean this up. And not a lot, but well, I'm adding this last, but I love Parmesan Reggiano cheese, so we're just going to grate that in.
You got it fine, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going
to... And I think finer the better, because you got the chunks of the other cheese,
So I'm going to do about 1/2 cup of this in there, just to give it a little bit of saltiness and tanginess. A few pinches of salt, a little bit of black ground pepper, and top it off with some olive oil, just about
regular or extra virgin?
I like extra virgin.
Yeah,
it gives a little bit of flavor. Now I'm going to mix all this together. Now it's coming together beautifully. Look at all those colors.
It's actually, I see you're going to put ketchup and brown sugar, which is in my barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Topping.
Sure.
So we're going to do a nice pat on that. And the brown sugar will caramelize once you put it in the oven. You'll get it in.
Make sure I get all the lumps out of there for you.
Perfect. So now once we have that.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect. We're going to top it all over the meatloaf.
And we're going to bake it in, mine's a 350.
Yeah, I'll do the same. 350 for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
You want to bake it uncovered, just so you get a nice color on the top with your brown sugar. You want to make sure it gets a nice caramel color. And that's it. Pretty simple, right? What did that take us, 5 minutes?
Yep.
That's it.
Great.
Let's put it in the oven.
Okay.
All right.
We'll work on mine.
Perfect.
So here we are. I'm making a traditional meatloaf as compared to your turkey meatloaf. I have in the bowl, I have a 1/2 pound of ground pork. I have a pound of ground sirloin because it's a lot less fat, but then you're going to get the fat, and then a pound of veal. So that's what's going to be in my meatloaf, and I'm going to make them in these nice little tins that I put olive oil in so they don't stick. And then what's really nice is you could pop these in the freezer and use them, you know, at your leisure whenever you want a quick dinner.
Right.
So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt and pepper the meat.
Let me grab you the salt.
Yes, please. So I always tell everybody just do this. And a little bit of salt, again, to your liking. And then what I do is this mixture right here makes it really moist. It's baby bellas, green pepper, onion, and garlic.
How much do you put of each?
I do an 8-ounce package of portobello.
Okay.
I do 1 green pepper. Okay. Probably about a half of a large onion, and I get it really fine, so you're not going to have the big, the texture in there. You're not going to have, bite into it. And probably about 2 cloves of garlic. So we get that mixed in there. And what I do is I'm going to put my 2 eggs in.
Okay.
I use panko like you do as well.
About a cup, the same?
Yep. Cup to cup and a half. It depends on how, I like it really moist. So,
right.
And then I'm also going to grate in some Romano cheese. And this is obviously to taste too, because this is going to give it some saltiness, some sweetness.
So that'll bind it too, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That's about a 1/4 cup.
Okay.
And then the last thing that's going to go in is Worcestershire sauce.
How much do you put in there? It looks like
I did about 2 tablespoons of that.
Great.
Yeah. This is my barbecue sauce that's going to go on top of these cute little.
So you don't put any pepper in yours, or you put it?
Yeah, I already put the pepper in.
You put the pepper
yeah,
in.
I put salt, pepper, and I do it with my hand.
All right. Get messy with it.
Yeah, I do it with my hands, and you see it's all coming together. So I'm going to take this ice cream scoop, and all I'm going to do, these are going to puff up a little bit. I'm going to get them to the top.
Sauce, your homemade barbecue.
Put these all in this nice pan here. And like I said, I like to put olive oil. I like the taste of the olive oil, and it doesn't stick. I like to brush it on because I think it's better than, having a big spoonful of sauce on there, because it'll do it evenly. Yeah, it's perfect. And see how nice these are?
Yeah,
pop them out. You can make these for a weeknight meal, so you can make them ahead of time and then, pop them in the freezer, take them out, thaw them, and heat them up in the oven.
I like that idea.
Because then you don't have this big, huge meatloaf that you have to worry about, storing in the fridge the next day.
You can store them in individual little baggies and just take them out at your leisure.
Absolutely.
All right, so these are looking good.
They're great for schools, kids' lunches as well.
True.
And if you want the healthy version, then you could do your version with the turkey.
That's a good point. A little bit more in this one.
Really, really simple to do. It's basically ketchup, chili sauce.
Oh, you put chili in there.
Yeah, chili sauce.
Chili flakes in there.
That's dried onion, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and so what this is going to do is give it a nice flavor. And there's some.
It does smell good.
There's some brown sugar in here. Really simple sauce to make and delicious.
It's a go-to sauce for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like it because it doesn't have
meals.
Yep.
And this comfort food is.
Yep.
Needs to be.
So there we go. We're gonna pop this in the oven and then come back and we'll show you what it looks like.
Right. All right. So look at our final products. So this is my turkey meatloaf. Again, there's some feta. There's some sun-dried tomatoes, some pesto in there, pine nuts, which is in the pesto, obviously, turkey, some garlic, just everything delicious. And the crust, or the topping on there is a little bit of tomato and some brown sugar. My low-fat, healthier mac and cheese. Go ahead, try it.
Can I try it?
Yeah, there's a little bit of skim milk, Greek yogurt, low-fat cheddar cheese, garlic powder.
The flavor is amazing.
Yeah?
I'm gonna try the meatloaf. I love turkey meatloaf.
Oh, look at the little piece of feta. You got a nice piece of feta in there.
I'm gonna tell you, Flavia, I would have never thought, but really, your ideas came through. I mean, it's amazing.
Moist?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. All right, I can't wait to try yours.
Okay, so what I did is I made little mini meatloafs with pork, veal, ground sirloin to keep some of the fat out. So
some of that.
Yeah, try some of it. And again, like I said,
I can't wait till you're done talking.
You can
Sorry.
you can take this and what do you think? You can take this and you can actually use these and freeze these for weeknight meals.
You can taste the green pepper and the spice, and look at this. I'm making it a mess.
You're so excited, right?
I'm so excited. It's so good.
And what makes it really moist, like I said, is the baby portobello all finely chopped. That's really key for meatloaf,
really
and then the
delicious.
Homemade barbecue sauce. Let's try the mac and cheese. You know, it's very simple.
Traditional?
Yep, it's very traditional. It's a Velveeta because it melts very nicely. Parmesan and Romano cheese.
Lots of flavor. With elbow macaroni.
So creamy. Oh my God.
It is creamy.
You know what?
Completely different, but I mean, they're both delicious.
Both dishes win.